Ladies and gentlemen, hello, 𝘱𝘪𝘵𝘏𝘪𝘐, welcome to the channel. What do I have today? I have a Freemax Maxus Max. So there's all Maxes in there. It's 168 watt worth of a pod mod, shall we say. There you go. That's what it looks like. Is a pod mod because it works with pods, but it takes a dual 18650 batteries. It's the world first double and triple mesh coils that go in a pod. It's got a variety of coils that are available for it. Two of them come in the box, and then you can buy some other ones. Double, triple, quad, penta. You name it, it's all there. It redefines the sub ohm vaping for a pod. So let's go and have a look at it, a bit of a close-up. It's quite simple actually to operate. The menu is quite simple. There's no complications there. Everything is there, temperature control, bypass, and what have you. So, but it's quite simple to operate. So let's go and have a look at it and come back and vape on it and tell you a bit more about it. We got the box there, the Freemax, as you can see there, written there, and they got Maxus Max, and there is a 168 here, in the background there. Unleash the Mesh Pro Beast. Well, it is a bit of a beast, actually. We got some logos in there, which we're gonna go through now. You got the scratch and scan to check the authenticity of it, and some other logos in there. You also get the cards, the usual cards. That's a warranty card, there's a warning card there, and the manual, which I'm going to go through. It's quite legible, actually. The characters are a bit small in there, but and the pictures, because it's dark background, but it does the job. Now that's the mod itself, as you can see there. That's what it looks like there. You can see the screen is all blacked out. As soon as you press the power button, it comes out to life, and it shows you. So we're gonna go through it, bit by bit there. Let's take the pod. That's the pod, as you can see there. There's quite a big drip tip there. It's not removable, it's a pod, so everything is all in one in there, so I cannot remove that one. The pod diameter is about 27.7, say 28 millimeters, which is quite a lot in there, because you can see the base there is the coils there, that they are quite wide, at the bottom. That's how you fill it. Just be careful, because at the moment there is maybe in future ones that will do the a sign or something like that, because you don't know which one to pull. So is it this one or is it that one? It's from now it is that one. So be careful, because if you pull that one, it's going to be very difficult to get it back in. But hopefully, they will put some a sign in there, a droplet or something like that. It does swivel. And there is a nice hole there. You can see, liquid will go in and air will come out, quite well. It's a 5 milliliter capacity, and that's the base of the coil. I'll show you the other two coils. This one is the double, the MX2 one. There's two coils in there, and which is the double one. That comes with a kit, the double one, and you get the MX one as well. This one is just a single one, a mesh. They all fire up, very, very low ohmage. This one is 50 to 60 watts, best at 70 watts. That's the single one. You can see, large holes there as well, and there's plenty of air as well to go through in here. The one in there, the double mesh one, the MX2 is it fires best at 80 watts. And then we have the triple one that you can buy separately. There is a quad as well that will be out soon, and a 5 one in there. There's coils galore in here. That one is best at 100 watts, and it's 80 to 110 watts. So there's quite a variety in there, but look at it, it's quite huge in there. And you can see as well, from the bottom there as well, for the air, a lot of air goes in there. As far as the mod is concerned, that's what it is. You got a magnet there. The pod is on a magnet, and it fits there, and fits quite nicely in there. And it's not that easy to pull out. Your airflow, look at it. It's not an infinite one, so it stops there, and you open it. But there's quite a lot of airflow in here. There's one here, and there's one on the back as well. The screen, you get all the all the major functions in there. You got the two batteries in there, and that's is working on power. It goes to up to 168. So if we push, and it will go a bit faster, and there we go, the 168. It doesn't round robin. Then you got the ohms there. It's a 0.2 ohm in there. That's your power button here. That is the whole thing. But obviously, if you it fires up to the half or just the third down, it can still fire. But that's what we always use, the top part in there. You got your plus and minus here. You got your Type C in there as well. The menu is fairly easy one. I mean, it's got everything that you know, an avid vapor would want, but made in a simple way. So 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3, and you get the mode there, which is then the power. You got the curves, bypass, temperature control. You got stainless steel, titanium, and you know, the nickel. You got your TCR, you know, and all that. So you know, it's fairly you know, straightforward. And then you got the set, which is the timeout, coil test, and the path to reset the counter. The time is how long you want it to be, and the control of the you know, what do you want it, centigrade or Fahrenheit. And then you got to reset the whole thing. That's, you got the combination keys, what to do with them. There's 2 of them. There's plus, minus, and fire will disable everything, so it's basically like off. Or the plus and minus only, which is the usual stuff. You know, you just press them both together and it will prevent you from adjusting the wattage, but it will actually work. And then we've got the info there, and it gives you the battery. There you go, that's how much is left in the batteries in there, but they got the indicator there anyways. And the version, the temperature, there you go, 26 degrees, you know, of the mod itself. And exit. Now you can change the color of the screen as well by pressing the minus and fire button. So here we are. So that's gone to a green, and a red, a blue, and a yellow again. So there's a few colors, you know, you want to change it. The lock there indicates, you know, whether it is locked or not. So if you press plus and minus, there we are. So it's key lock, and you can use it, but you cannot change the wattage. And we do it again, and it unlocks it. The battery door is fairly sturdy, actually. I mean, it's not, some of them do open, you know, very easily, but this one, you know, it's quite I wouldn't say difficult, but it's very well, you know, staying there. And that's your 2 batteries in there. When you put the cover back in, you really need to press on it, and then it will lock. So there is quite a bit of tension in there. You got Maxus Max there, designed by Freemax, made in China, and freemaxvape.com. So that's about the, you know, a bit of the close-up. Obviously, you do get the USB-C or the Type-C charger, you know, with it as well. But people are using double, you know, twin batteries. They tend to have their own chargers. But it's there if you want to do it. Weight is not that heavy, you know, given that it takes 2 18650 batteries. So let's go and vape on it and try the coil and see what sort of vapor it chucks out. Is a cloud, you know, a cloud beast, that one. As you can see, clouds, you know, clouds galore there, and that is with the double mesh inside the coil. I actually gave it to a very good friend of mine, Benjamin from Notting Hill Vape, who's an avid sub ohm vapor, and you can see, you know, the amount of vapor that it brings out. He gets really the best out of the any given sub ohm vape mod. Have a look. There you go. You can see how much he enjoys it. You know, he probably enjoys it much more than I do. The vapor is, you know, as you can see, you know, it's quite a lot of vapor that comes out with it, but it's not hot, so it's a nice, you know, vapor. But obviously, there's a hell of a lot of air, you know, that goes in there. So that's so there is no heat, you know, as such. The menu is very nice, as I said. You know, it's just straightforward and it works. Very well made. The batteries don't come out, you know, if, I wouldn't say drop it, but, you know, by, you know, accidentally, it's not going to be, you know, the door isn't going to open. Now, there's a few things that they could have done. Incidentally, there is a 510 pod that will come out, as you see in the picture there. It's but that is if you want to use that pod on a separate mod or on a separate battery. However, it would have been nice to have a 510 connection in there, so people can use, you know, different tanks as well, because the battery is really quite effective and it's quite a nice one. It's light and the power of 168 watts, which is plenty, for so many people. So yeah, that would have been a nice thing to have the 510 in there, an adapter, something, to be able to use, other tanks in there. 5 mil capacity, adequate, but with long drags and high wattage, it will drain, fairly quickly. Given the coils are so wide in there, so there isn't really much room in there. 5 mil it's adequate. It's much better than some other ones. They do 3 and 4 and what have you. I know Vaperesso, the eye tank, they do an 8 mil with a bubble glass, but that's a tank. We're talking about pods in here. Depicts the flavor very, very well. I mean, you can see there, I'm firing it at it's 80 watts. The 0.15, the triple one, will go up to 100 watts on that one. They are all, hovering around the 0.2 and 0.15, on the coils in there, but they have different characteristics, shall we say. You take a short drag. A short direct lung drag, and you can see, a hell of a lot of vapor that comes out of it. I have to say the flavor it depicts the flavor very, very well. Plenty of air that goes in there, so it's a nice cooler vape in there, given the temperature that it fires at. Or if you want a warmer vape, you can control it by closing the airflow, bit by bit, and to get your sweet spot, out of there. So there you have it. That's the Freemax Maxus Max 168 watt. And if you have one, please leave some comments, at the bottom there, so other viewers, can tell, how it works and whether you like it, and so on and so forth. And I'll see you again in another video. Thank you very, very much for watching. Bye-bye.